And for more on late President Kim Young-sam and the political legacy he leaves behind, we're joined live by our senior political correspondent, Jiwon. Good evening, Jiwon. Now, President Kim is hailed by the Koreans as, being one of the most influential pro-democracy activists here in Korean history. And he's also known for having left behind a number of quotes, some of them quite famous, like the one, "Dawn will come even if the rooster is strangled," which very well expresses Kim's as well as then Korea's yearning for democracy.
That's right, Conn. Well, the late president was a very much beloved politician for his pro-democracy activism throughout the 1960s to 1980s. Well, he himself went through many ordeals such as house arrest and a hunger strike, which eventually translated to Kim becoming the first civilian president in 1993, putting an end to some 30 years of authoritarian and military government. And once in office, he showed that his decisiveness by swiftly carrying out a series of striking measures.
And which then translated to, in just 3 months, he disbanded a group of elite generals. And this purge was later evaluated as a very critical moment in the founding of Korea's modern history and the emergence of military governments, not repeating an emergence of military governments in Korea ever again.
That's right, Conn. In just 3 months after coming into office, he disbanded a group of elite generals, and this purge later was evaluated as a critical moment to prevent further emergence of military governments in Korea ever again. He also prohibited Koreans from owning bank accounts under pseudonyms and made public officials disclose the amount of their wealth. Because of these striking reform measures, he once received an unprecedented 90% of approval rating in the first year in office. But this...
Right, 90%, that is a whopping 90%. But his presidency was also marked by two major events, that is the 1994 North Korea nuclear crisis, as well as the 97 IMF bailout.
That's right, Conn. The 1994 nuclear deal between the U.S. and North Korea is now considered a failure, and scheduled inter-Korean talks were canceled the same year when the North Korean leader Kim Il-sung died suddenly just 2 weeks before the summit. Kim later said in his memoir that the fate had played a trick on him. And in the end, his lifetime rival and his successor, President Kim Dae-jung, became the South Korean leader to hold summit talks with North Korea's leader Kim Il-sung in 2000. And that failure to reform the country's ailing structure of family-run conglomerates was another factor that analysts say one of the failing factors of his government.
Right. So President Kim Dae-jung meeting with then North Korean leader Kim Jong-il, that is.